What's up, guys, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Sinister Files. If you like what you see or hear, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to stay up to date on all my newest content. The story I'm about to tell you happened years ago and still to this day scares the living shit out of me. The year was 1986. I was 13 years old at the time and just recently moved from California to Maine with my family. Now, the house that we bought sat on a huge piece of land, which was awesome for young boys like me and my younger brother. We would be out all day and set up camps on the weekend when we weren't in school, just exploring and being kids. Now, mind you, we wouldn't usually stay within the boundaries that we should have, and we would wander off deep into the forest. One Friday after school, me and my brother grabbed all of our camping gear and headed out, and my mom gave us the same speech: stay safe and stay close. We lied to her like we did all the time, thinking this time was going to be the same as any other time. We started exploring. Time had slipped our mind, and we were just enjoying ourselves. That's when me and my brother stopped dead in our tracks. Right in front of us was this old abandoned church, out in the middle of the forest. We both looked at each other, amazed that something could even be out here. I remember feeling really creeped out and uncomfortable. That's when my brother asked, should we go in and check it out? At first, I wanted to prove my brother that I wasn't afraid, but I remember getting a really bad vibe from the place. Plus, it was almost dark. I then told my brother I think we should head back and find a place to camp. It's getting pretty dark, and in the morning we gotta look for our way back home. My brother agreed, and we set up camp not too far away from the church. After we found a place, and we set up our tents and started a fire, and just started talking and joking with each other. When out of the darkness and over the sound of the crackling fire, me and my brother heard a noise that made our blood run cold. It sounded like a faint, eerie church choir. I looked at my brother and said, "Do you hear that shit?" He was like, "Yeah, what the fuck is that?" It was coming from the direction of the old church that was not too far from us. We gathered the courage to get close enough to the church to see what was going on. It was dark, but we still had some light enough to see where we were going. We seen the church from the distance. It looked like candles were lit inside by the way the light was dancing through the window. There was a voice of somebody yelling above the eerie music. Everything sounded like it was in a different language. It then started to intensify. That's when I looked at my brother and said, "We need to get the fuck out of here now." As soon as I said that, my brother said, "Look." Out of the church, shadowy robed figures walked out, almost in a single file line, still chanting. That's when we noticed one of the last row figures walk out holding something wrapped in a sheet and rope. We were young, but we weren't stupid. We ran out of there, completely bypassing our camp. We were so scared we did not stop running. Adrenaline filled us. Somehow we made it back home and got chewed out by our parents for being out so late. We didn't dare tell them what we seen till this day. I still don't know what went on there or what type of stuff happened that night in that little old church in the middle of the forest. We eventually moved back to California, but sometimes late at night, my mind drifts back to that night and wondering, who are they? What were they doing? What was he holding? It was the most terrifying moment in my life, and I hope nobody ever runs into the old church at night.